What is going on, YouTube? Joe here with Culination Media, and welcome back for another live Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire Wi-Fi battle against a subscriber/follower on Twitter, and I probably should say the subscriber because he is probably one of the most prominent commenters. You see him all over the place. He's like all over my Twitter. He's all over the comment section all the time, always leaving encouraging and insightful things. But I've never battled him up to this point, and he finally asked me for a battle, so I was like, you know what? I'm not going to turn you down, Alex. We're going to have a match. And so I threw a team together. It's going to be a UU battle, and the universe has kind of been conspiring against me, and it doesn't want me to record this. This is like my 4th try at this or something ridiculous. So we're having a couple of battles, and basically, I'm just going to throw in a couple of them. So this is going to be kind of a long video. It's going to be featuring at least 2 battles, and that's all I'm going to say. Now, as for our team, we've got some interesting things. He's got some very powerful things too, even though at a glance his team doesn't look that threatening. I should probably go through our team. We got a Focus Sash Dugtrio. We have defensive Salamence. We have specially defensive, Delphox, which honestly, it doesn't work that well, but I kind of just like using it. Then we have physically defensive, rapid spinning Turnip the Hitmontop. So we have double Intimidators, which is nice. Then we have Choice Scarf Lilligant. And last but not least, the star of the show, and that's what I'm going to lead off with, is our Feraligatr with Sheer Force, Agility, and it's a special set with Scald, Ice Beam, and Focus Blast. With a Life Orb, so it does ridiculous amounts of damage, and it honestly just kind of steamrolls his team for the most part. He really only has Bayleaf. Everything else gets either O-Code or 2-Hit KO'd, so that's kind of why I'm leading off with it here. Now, his team actually matches up very, very well against mine, because, like I said, even though it doesn't look like it at a glance, his team just, I don't know. There's something about him. He's got everything on this. He's got a Rapid Spinner, he's got a Stealth Rock user, he's got a Sleep Talk user, I think. He's got a Scarfer, he's got everything. He's got everything. I don't know what this Flareon is, though. I haven't seen much of this yet through our matches. So, because of the failed recordings, we kind of know what's on each other's team. So, he knows that this is special for Feraligatr. And I don't know why he switched in Flareon. I guess fodder? I don't know. Basically, every time Feraligatr comes in, unless he has Porygon Z already out on the field, which is his Scarfer, I just get a kill, basically, because this thing kills everything. Now, the only other way he can force this thing out is if he predicts a Scald and switches into Bayleaf, because I need to get quite a bit of prior damage on it before I can kill it with an Ice Beam. That thing is so bulky. It is so bulky. It's ridiculously bulky. So I'm going to go into a Delphox here, because Flareon can't do too much to me. So, yeah, I'm not really afraid. I'm not really afraid. He's going to go for the Quick Attack to get some damage off before sacking this. Okay, I don't want him getting any prior damage off on Feraligatr, because I can actually, I've got enough HP investment to take a T-Bolt from Modest Porygon Z. Yeah, it's kind of a weird EV spread, but yeah, I can take one and then kill it with a Focus Blast. So I kind of need to keep Feraligatr healthy. I can also switch in on Ampharos because it has Charge Beam and Dragon Pulse, and I can take both of those, pretty sure. Unless I get some prior damage, in which case I'm not sure if I can. But I kind of need to keep Feraligatr for the Ampharos because I can't beat it otherwise, I don't think. I mean, I have Dugtrio, but Dugtrio might need to be used for the Porygon Z. His team honestly just matches up so well against mine. Like, mine looks way more threatening at a glance, because I've got Salamence and Feraligatr and stuff, but they are all weird sets. Like, all the things that would normally be offensive, like Delphox and the Salamence, those are defensive. The Feraligatr's special. So, yeah, and Hitmontop is defensive too. So it's a really passive team, and it really gets exploited by his Mega Ampharos. So we need to watch out for that. And the Porygon Z. So, yeah, what else? What else does he have? Oh, yeah, he's got a Rhyperior. That thing is a Rock Polish Weakness Policy set. So, which kind of stinks for me because I have Mach Punch as like my only attacking move on Hitmontop. So if he predicts that and just switches it in, it gets its policy off for free, which is not good. So, yeah, I'm expecting to lose here. He already beat me once, and I beat him once, so we're having some rubber matches here. He goes for the Stealth Rock, knowing I pretty much have to switch. I can't really touch a Torkoal the Delphox that doesn't have any Psychic-type moves. So he gets those rocks up, which kind of stinks. I should be able to Rapid Spin, though. I can Rapid Spin on a couple things on his team, because Hitmontop can usually take some hits. And now the question is, are you going to switch in Bayleaf? That is the ultimate question. He has nothing else to switch in. If he leaves this in, you know what? I'm just going to go for Agility. Ooh, he stays in. I was kind of predicting him to switch out there, but no. He's going to stay in and go for the Will-O-Wisp. That's not good, because now he's getting residual damage off on this thing. That is not good at all. I'm not going to say that that is going to lose me the match, because this is really, really early. But that was a good play on his part. I'm going to Scald him. You're dead if you stay in. Yeah, you're not taking that. So how often do you see Torkoal just go down in one hit to anything? That's outrageously, just outrageously powerful. So yeah, Special Gator is not to be slept on. Everyone wants to run those Dragon Dance sets because they think that that's what's that's what's up. But Special Gator is a thing. It is a thing. I haven't seen too much of them on the ladder, but maybe they're there. I just haven't seen them. I'm enjoying this set though. So we will see what he goes into. I would assume Bayleaf at this point. He could also go into Ampharos and just not Mega, because he gets OHKO'd by Ice Beam, pretty sure, or very, very close to it. He's going to go out into Lily, which is the Bayleaf. Okay. This, unfortunately, I can't OHKO it from max HP with Ice Beam, because I guess it's got to be specially defensive. I don't even think physically defensive Bayleaf takes an Ice Beam. I don't know. I mean, Bayleaf is pretty bulky on both sides, to be honest. So we need to switch, and I'm going to go into Hitmontop, because this is a pretty decent time to try to get off a Rapid Spin. And because that Torkoal is gone, he can't set up rocks again. Unless Rhyperior has rocks, but because it's a weakness policy set, I doubt it. So I guess, I'm trying to think here, and I'm kind of stuttering because I've got so many things going on in my brain right now. I don't think I've seen Rhyperior's last move, so I guess it could be rocks, but it's probably not. So he goes for the Giga Drain. That doesn't do much, and we can Rapid Spin here pretty safely. And that's what I'm going to do. Toxicking this thing could be nice too, but it probably has Aromatherapy. I don't think I've seen that yet either, but I have a hard time believing that it doesn't have it. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. His team is just so well constructed. It's got like one of everything, and my team doesn't. It's got some really, really wacky things. So I don't know. I'm just not feeling too confident about it. So Oleg, the beautiful Rhyperior, is going to come out, possibly predicting a Mach Punch just to see if he can catch me. I'm not going to go for it though. So we do get rid of those rocks, which is nice. We get some lefties recovery. This thing can't OHKO me with anything. So I could Toxic him here just to get some damage off. And I think that's what I want to do. Yeah, I'm going to Toxic him. He's going to pull a double, actually. He was baiting something. Was he baiting Toxic? He knows I have Toxic. Maybe that's what he was baiting. That had to be it. Unless this is this Guts? That's the only thing I can think of that he'd be doing here. He's just giving me free lefties here. And with the poison damage on this, and me having Mach Punch, I could probably just kill this right now. I mean, I could also just switch in Delphox too, because he can't really touch Delphox. And I have reliable recovery on that. But I kind of want to just go for the Mach Punch. Because Mach Punch plus the Toxic just kills him. He's going to withdraw again. Oh, I know what he was doing. He's going to go back into the Rhyperior and get the weakness policy boost. Not even bad, Alex. Not even bad. I love those predictions. Amazing. He's reading me like a book right now, and I love it. I love it. It's not often on the channel that I just get played like a fiddle, and he's doing that to me right now. He's been doing that in all the matches, except for, I guess, 2 of them. We've had quite a few of them. We've been at this for a while. That's good stuff. That is really good stuff. Because it just is. So now this thing is a problem. It probably can kill me with EQ. I don't know. I don't want to try to just do that. So I'm going to go into Lily predicting that EQ because I can outspeed it. Oh, and he goes for the Rock Blast. And that's going to hurt me here because he's going to get 3 hits. I know he is, and Lily's dead. That's not good. Lily was my check to this thing because it was Scarf. And even though he's at +2 speed, I still actually outspeed him. And I could kill him with a Leaf Storm. But he goes for the Rock Blast. I guess, why are you going for Rock Blast on a Hitmontop, though? He had to be predicting Salamence to come in for the Intimidate. I didn't even think about that, honestly. I really didn't even think about that. I just figured you're not going for Rock Blast on a fighting type. Because there's no way he predicted Lily to come in. That's just not a thing. Because he doesn't know that it's Scarfed either. I haven't used it very much. Most of the time, it's just ended up being fodder. So, yeah, I guess I'm going to Toxic again. And if he goes into Flareon, he's going to take some more damage and waste his Weakness Policy boost. He's going to go for Rock Blast again, predicting... He's just spamming Rock... I know he has EQ. So we're going to get the Toxic off now. So, yeah, and he's only at +1 because we did get that lovely Intimidate. We're going to get some nice lefties recovery. We might be able to take an EQ at +1. I don't know. This thing is a problem. Unfortunately, if it means that I have to sacrifice Hitmontop, that Porygon Z instantly becomes a problem because it's Scarfed, and Mach Punch was nice to have to get some damage on it. I think I'm going to predict an EQ this time because he's gone for Rock Blast twice now. So I am going to go into Nadia to get another Intimidate off, and that nullifies his Weakness Policy, so that is moot. He is, yeah, he's just going to go for the EQ. So we actually got a prediction correct. Look at us. That was like no reward, basically, but it's a thing, I guess. I could Flamethrower him because that'll actually do a decent amount of damage, and I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to Flamethrower him. That actually, yeah, that did quite a bit. So he's going to go for the Rock Blast. He's at neutral. I think he needs 5 hits to kill me. Pretty sure he does. Or crit. And he only gets 3, so that's fine. I can outspeed him in Roost. Even though I'm a negative speed nature, yeah, this is not the Wish defensive Salamence. The old Nadia. That was an event Pokemon because that's the only way you can get Wish on a Salamence. So this one was a bred Salamence. So I will Roost. I will Roost. And we will see what he wants to do here. He's just going to go for the EQ, predicting the Roost. Which, I mean, that just gives you solid damage, which is fine. But I'm basically just stalling you out of Toxic here. We might be able to Flamethrower this turn. Yeah, he doesn't go down. But we're able to nullify the Rhyperior. So he still has several things on his team that can sweep me. That Porygon Z can just come in and just kill things. And that's probably what he's going to go into next, I would guess. He probably could go into Ampharos too, even, if he wanted. Because he can just Dragon Pulse me. Because the only move I have to hit him with would be Dragon Tail, which is negative priority, so he'd kill me before he can do anything. If I had to guess, I would say that the Porygon Z would come out here, because it threatens my whole team. I really have nothing for it. It has Shadow Ball, so my specially defensive Delphox is not going to be doing too much. So, even though we have the lead here, I don't really feel too comfortable. I don't feel comfortable at all. That burn on the Gator, I think, is going to be the difference in the match. I have to go for Flamethrower here. I can't risk switching out. So I'm going to let Nadia go down. Now that Rhyperior is out of the way, I didn't really need this to begin with. So he's going to go for the Ice Beam. He's locked into that, which means I can go into Gator if I want. Or I can go into Delphox here. Or I could go into Dugtrio, trap this thing, and get rid of it right now. I mean, that would still make the Ampharos a problem. But I have Feraligatr for that. As long as he Mega Evolves, I can kill him with an Ice Beam, and I outspeed him, so it's not that big of a deal. The Bayleaf, again, could be an issue, because I didn't really get any prior damage off on that. But I'm going to try to get rid of this thing right now. We're going to trap it, and EQ plus Sucker Punch should kill it, I would think. So I'm going to go for it. He does go for the Ice Beam because he has to. He's locked into it. That's going to bring us all the way down to our Focus Sash, which is fine. And now we're going to get off a nice, powerful EQ. Just kidding. We're not going to get any damage off on this thing at all. Oh, wait. We saw out. We are going to get some damage off on it. Okay. At least we got that much. But really? Really? The freeze? I mean, we got very lucky to be able to thaw out in the first turn, so I will be happy about that. But EQ plus Sucker Punch may have just killed this thing. It definitely would have put it in a range where Mach Punch would have killed, and he doesn't have a switch into that. I mean, he could just go into Bayleaf, but you're giving me 3 lefties, and I can Toxic that. So that may have cost me the match right there, too. Well, crap. Because I could have saved Dugtrio. If that managed to kill, I could have saved Dugtrio for Ampharos. If it didn't kill and he killed my Dugtrio, I could have just easily Mach Punch right there. So now what do? I guess I have to go out into Irwin because he is locked into the Ice Beam. And do I Agility again in case he wants to bring this thing back in? Is he going to go right into Bayleaf? I'm going to click Scald. That's my safe play. The safe play is to click Scald. Because I don't want him getting safe switches into Flareon either with that Guts boost. That could be scary. He is going to switch out, obviously, because he has to. And he's going to go out into Lily. So he's going to take this just fine. I guess I should have tried to predict that and go into, go for the Ice Beam. We don't get the burn, which stinks because I think with that burn damage, we would have been able to kill from an Ice Beam. So I think the Pokemon gods have decided that we're just not going to win this match. I think that's just what it is, which is fine because it happens. You're not going to win every match. And it's not just because of hacks either. He's made some really great plays. Not just a hacks-only battle, that's for sure. I will never say that in this match. As he goes for the Leech Seed, and just as I talk about how much I'm complaining about hacks, he misses a Leech Seed, which is kind of unfortunate because that would have either forced a switch or he would have got some recovery there, so that kind of stinks. What are you going to go into here? Or are you just going to sack this thing? I don't think he's going to want to sack it. Because it doesn't make much sense to want to sack it at this point, because he can still come in and possibly take an Ice Beam from that range. Maybe. So if he gets a safe switch into it, that could be a thing to stop Gator. Because really, with what I have left, I've got defensive Delphox, defensive Hitmontop. They're not going to do anything for me. I need Feraligatr to win me the game. So he is going to go into Fantastique, or Fantastique, I should say. With that, what is that? Exante Goo over the E. That is, that changes the pronunciation to a different sounding. You know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. I've got the motors running though because I want to pull this match out. But I don't know if we're going to be able to. So at least we got some damage off of this thing. Has he shown me what this set is yet? This is a Charge Beam set, right? The Charge Beam, Dragon Pulse, Rest, Sleep Talk, I think is what he's running. Which means I can't beat it with Delphox. I'm going to need to pass a wish to it, I guess. I don't know if Charge Beam will kill Feraligatr if he doesn't get a boost. I would think that it would, just because it's Stab and it's a Mega Ampharos. Oh, this puts me in such a bad spot. I do naturally outspeed this thing, but the problem is, even if I kill it, Porygon Z just comes out and kills me. And that's going to be the game at that point. So I don't know. I don't think we're going to win this. I think we're going to get 3 or 4 0'd, depending on what happens here. So he does Mega Evolve, shows off the Mold Breaker, and I'm going to throw up a Wish, because that's really my only play at this point. I have nothing to hit this thing. And we'll see what he does. He is going to go for the Charge Beam. For some reason, I thought he missed there. I don't know. There was like a delay or something. He is not going to get the boost. So the Hax Gods hate both of us. This has been Haxy on both sides, not just mine. That stinks. What is it? What is the chance? Like 70% and he doesn't get the boost the first turn? That stinks. I have to go into Feraligatr here. If I don't pass a wish to this, I can't win, basically. Basically. And he does go for the charge beam. He connects. I think we're just dead. Yep, we're dead. That's going to be the match, as he's going to get the special attack boost this time, which he should have gotten the first time, to be honest. But, yeah, this thing is just going to sweep my team at this point because it is RestTalk, and I can't touch it. Toxic doesn't do anything for me. Burning it doesn't do anything for me. It resists Flamethrower, and he's not a physical attacker, so I can't use counter on it. I just have nothing for it. So it's just going to sweep the rest of my team. And so that's going to be the first battle, essentially. Not the first battle in the order of when we had them, but the first one that's actually going to go up on the channel that you guys are going to see. So this video is going to have a couple of battles. Probably just one more, because otherwise it would be like an hour-long video. And I know I could split it up into separate videos, but I just don't want to do that. This recording has been giving me so much trouble. Because we had issues on both ends. Like we had a DC, and then we had something went wrong on my end where the audio did not record correctly, and I got interrupted another time. So it's like, what in the world? What in the world is going on here? He goes for the Dragon Pulse. That takes me down to 17 after lefties, as he is getting hurt by the Toxic, but it's ultimately not going to matter here. He has the sweep secured, or mini sweep, or whatever you call it. Half sweep, I guess, because he's going to take out 3 Pokemon. So the Mega Ampharos putting in some serious work here. I really like this set. I really, really do like this set. The Rest Charge Beam is just such a great combination. And Ampharos just doesn't die. Like, it just doesn't die in one hit to nearly anything. So it's great for being able to set up charge beams, and then you can rest off the damage and such. So yeah, Hitmontop's going to go down, and now we are left with just Delphox. And so yeah, this was a really well-played match by Alex. I have to say, kudos to you. Really enjoy your team. I really do. And it's kind of painful watching my last couple of Pokemon just go down here. But there's nothing I can do about it. As soon as Feraligatr went down, I essentially lost. And it may, I guess you could even say that as soon as I got the burn on the Feraligatr, I had lost, because that extra damage may have been the difference. I don't know, I'd have to calculate. How much does a charge beam from a modest Mega Ampharos do? It's a modest Mega Ampharos. It probably just kills. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm probably just babbling on. I don't need to make excuses. He just beat me. What can I say? What can I say? So he's fast asleep. And this is just prolonging the inevitable here. He's going to go for a Sleep Talk, get a Dragon Pulse, thankfully, because that will end this a little bit sooner, as that doesn't take us out. Isn't he at like +2 at this point? +1, +2, something like that. Especially defensive Delphox is actually really good. Just not against a rest-talking Mega Ampharos, that's all. Yeah, so that's pretty much going to be it. I'm not going to forfeit because that's silly. We're going to let him take things out because that's how we roll here. We give our opponents the win when they have earned it, and he definitely has earned it here. So he's going to go for the Sleep Talk again. Can you pull another Dragon Pulse? No, he pulls a Charge Beam. That might still kill. It's possible. It is possible. No, we're going to live with 15 HP, so we're going to have to go through another turn of this. He should be waking up this turn, though, and he can just take me out with a Dragon Pulse, or he can go for Charge Beam, but with our luck, he'll probably miss if that's the case, as I just have to keep going for Flamethrowers because that's the only thing I have. And he's going to wake up. Yeah, he goes for Dragon Pulse. So that is going to be it for the battle. That is a loss for us. That's a 4-0, actually. We were up 5-4, I think, and he came back and just stormed back, honestly, and grabbed the victory there. So that's going to be it for this match, and I will be back to narrate the next one in a few moments. All right, we're going in again, and what do we have here? Same team. Nobody changed anything. We got the same Pokemon, same items, all that stuff. Like I said before, we're pretty aware of what each other has. Did that make any sense? I cannot English. So I don't know what he's going to lead with. I kind of think he wants to lead with... Let's see. I want to say he's going to lead with the Mega Ampharos, which would be a ballsy play on his part because I have a Duck Trio, and if I lead with that, he's kind of screwed. And I'm gonna make that prediction right now. I don't know if that's gonna work out for me or not, because he could lead with Bayleaf, and then I'm kind of screwed. I'll have to switch and lose momentum. But I'm gonna try to catch him. And if he leads with Porygon Z, I can do a similar thing, because an EQ plus a Sucker Punch has a chance to kill. I don't know if it will, as he does lead with the Fantastique, which is the Ampharos. So we're in a great position here. He is trapped via the Arena Trap ability. I could even try to set up Stealth Rocks if I wanted to. I don't know how much EQ does to this, though. That's the thing. Is it a 2-hit KO? I don't know if it is. It's not worth switching at this point. I mean, I guess I could switch in... No, it doesn't make any sense. I have a Duck Trio out on an Ampharos. I need to just stick with it. So I think my only play here is to go for the Earthquake. His only play is to go for the Dragon Pulse. So that is most likely what he's going to go for here. So we'll see how much this EQ does. If we can eliminate this in the first couple of turns, that would be fantastic because this thing poops on my team. That does well over half, and he's going to go for the Dragon Pulse as expected. And that's going to bring me all the way down to my Sash. Unreal power right there. I mean, Duck Trio is frail as anything. But do I want to get up rocks? I mean, it's great for the Flareon and the Torkoal. But I don't know if he... I don't know if it's worth it. Because this is way more of a threat than Flareon or Torkoal. So getting rid of this could really help. And depending on what he goes into, I might still be able to get the rocks up. Is it worth letting this thing live, though, and coming in and getting a rest? Like, is that really something that I want to happen? I'm going to take a chance here. I'm going to go for Stealth Rock, and he is going to kill me. Unless he goes for rest, which I don't think he will. No, he's going to go for Dragon Pulse. And so Duck Trio is gone, which is a bit unfortunate because I could have killed this thing, like I said. But I can just go into things that outspeed it, such as Feraligatr. Free switch Negator, and I can just Ice Beam this thing, and it's dead. So he doesn't really have any switch-ins. So if he wants to save this thing, he's going to have a hard time. I've got a lot of pressure on his team right now with this thing weakened. So it definitely dies to an Ice Beam. And if he switches into Fire type, it dies to a Scald. Neither one of his Fire types outspeeds me. He is going to leave this thing in to go down at this point. Which is probably a smart play because Ampharos is so slow. I don't know when you would have the opportunity to go for a rest. It would be kind of difficult, especially because you're going to have to come back in on rocks most likely. And a switch there would basically be to fodder something else. So he is going to go out into Flareon and take the rocks damage, which I don't understand. I was kind of expecting Porygon Z to come out. I do have enough HP investment to take a T-Bolt from it, so I'm not too worried. Which is saying something because modest Porygon Z hits like a truck. So Feraligatr being able to take that is pretty impressive in my book. But anyway, we're going to go into Nadia because Flareon cannot touch Nadia at all. We get an Intimidate, so that's great. And he goes for the superpower. That's going to do nothing and a half. So that's good. I was kind of expecting... I don't know what I was expecting. I was half expecting a return there, honestly, because that hits most things on my team for neutral damage. But with lefties, we're almost back up to full health, and we can just go for a safe Dragon Tail here. He can't touch me. I mean, even if he has Willow, that's really not going to bother me too much because I'm defensive. So, I mean, the residual damage would suck, but not the end of the world. So we'll see what he wants to do here. He is going to withdraw, which is perfect because we're going to shuffle his team around a little bit here as he goes into Lily, the Bayleaf, which doesn't take too much from rocks, and it probably won't take too much from this Dragon Tail either. We'll see how much this does. Yeah, that does negligible damage. But it might put him in a range where Ice Beam kills when he comes back in via rock, so that could be very useful. As he does go out into the Rhyperior here, which could be a problem. This is a Rock Polish weakness policy set. So, I mean, I can't do too much of this other than Dragon Tail it. I don't think he's going to Rock Polish here. Why would he Rock Polish when I just showed off the Dragon Tail? That doesn't make a lot of sense. I mean, unless he predicts me to switch, predicting him to not go for the Rock Polish. That's possible, because we could have some predictions of predictions here. That is always a possibility. I'm going to go for the Dragon Tail. I don't care. He's going to go for the Rock Blast. I don't think that can kill me unless you get 5 hits, my friend. Pretty sure you need 5. There's 3. There's 4. Are you really going to get 5 hits? No, you're not. Okay. So we are going to take that, and we're going to fire off a Dragon Tail. Just kidding. Dragon Tail is going to miss. I want to know how this Rhyperior has never missed a Rock Blast. Between all of the matches we've had today, I think he's had to have gone for like 8 or 9, maybe 10 of them. And he hasn't missed one. That's unbelievable. I will go for a Roost here, because that will at least remove our flying typing so that Rock Blast will not be super effective. He could predict that and go for EQ. No, he's going to go for the Rock Blast again, hit another one. And even if he gets 5 hits, that's not going to kill me. It only hits 2 times that time, which is a bit unfortunate, not going to lie. It should just do a safe middle and hit like 3 or 4 times every time. I don't know. I could Roost again if I wanted to. But, yeah, I think I am. I'm going to Roost again, and then I'll fire off a Dragon Tail. So missing that Dragon Tail put me behind a couple of turns. As he's going to go for the Rock Blast again. Not wanting to predict the Roost there. So, he just wants to get at least some damage off, which I don't blame him for. That's honestly a pretty good play. Even though EQ would definitely do more, unless he got 5 hits on the Rock Blast. It's still a nice, safe play to make. So I think I have to Dragon Tail here. He might still kill me, but I have to go for it. Yeah, he just is spamming Rock Blast. He hits it again, and he's going to need 4 hits here, I think. Can we take one more? No, we cannot. So he gets 4 hits, and that's going to take us out. So that was wasted. That was just a wasted potential right there. That Dragon Tail miss kind of stinks. So he would have got off some damage and shuffled his team around a little bit more. But Nadia bites the dust. We can't do anything about that. But we can go right into Feraligatr here. He is going to lose all momentum. Basically, something dies now. Like, at this point, every time Feraligatr comes in, something on his team dies. He can't do anything about it. This thing can't OHKO me, so I could just go for Agility if I wanted to prevent him from going into Porygon Z to revenge me. Scald just kills this. He's not going to switch Porygon Z in until something dies, so he might just fodder something at this point. I kind of want to click Ice Beam, predicting Bayleaf, though. That's really tempted right now, but I'm just going to go for Scald. That's my safe play. Like I said, I had a couple of options there. Agility may have been the best play. Scald's probably the safest one. So that's what I'm going to go for. If he leaves this in, it's dead. Solid Rock does not matter. You're just not taking it. You're not taking a Life Orb Scald from a Sheer Force Feraligatr. This thing is modest. It has max special attack. It hits like I don't know. It hits like something that hits really hard. I don't know what that would be. But whatever it is, that's what Feraligatr hits like. Irwin is power. Irwin is power. So he's thinking long about this move, long and hard, because he basically needs to pick fodder here. That's what it comes down to. So I guess he's going to choose Flareon to die. And that makes the most sense, because that Flareon wasn't going to be doing too much to my team. So I think that's actually a really good play on my opponent's part. Good job, Alex. Good job. I think that was the best play you could have made in that situation. You were in a bad situation there. Every time Feraligatr comes in, you're in a bad situation. He's going to go out into Lily. Okay. I think Ice Beam just kills that from there, thanks to the rocks. I'm pretty sure it does. I kind of want to go for it, because I don't think Giga Drain OHKOs me. The worst that happens is Well, no, we might want to switch, actually. Because if he gets prior damage off on this, then I can't take a T-Bolt from that Porygon Z. And that could be the difference in the game. Because I'm pretty sure that thing is modest. And our Lilligant is also modest, so they speed tie. I wish I was timid. I really do wish I was timid. I'm just going to go for the Ice Beam. I'm going for it. I think this is going to kill. And it does. So Bayleaf is going down. Poor Lily. So now he is basically forced into the Porygon Z. He has to. He has no other choice. Everything else on his team dies. So out it comes. That's a pretty quick decision by him. And his only choice is really to just click T-Bolt. I could go with that and just switch in my Lilligant here. Predicting that, but I don't want to take damage on it if I don't have to. I know I can take this T-Bolt unless he gets a crit. The question is, do I really want to bank on hitting a Focus Blast? Is that really what I want to do? I don't know if it is. I kind of wish I went for Agility because I would have 2 chances at this because I'd be faster. Well, maybe not, because he could have got off quick attack damage with that Flareon if I didn't kill it when it came in. This is a tough decision. This is a tough decision, mostly because I'm just not confident enough in my luck, but I'm going to click the Focus Blast. As he does click T-Bolt, like I said, that's his only play there. We're going to take that with 25 HP, no para, and we connect on the Focus Blast. Oh my goodness, thank you, Based Roman, for not screwing me on that. Because that would have been terrible if Feraligatr just died there. Well, he wouldn't have died. I guess I could have switched out, but still. Oh, man. Okay, so all of his threats are gone, essentially. This thing is a threat, but not as long as Feraligatr is on the field and alive, because I outspeed it. He would have to have a Rock Polish up to outspeed me, and he's not going to get that opportunity. I can just click Scald, and this thing dies. The only other thing on his team, I think, is Torkoal, right? Is that his last Pokemon? Is Torkoal? I think it is. I don't think we've seen it in this match. All of the matches are blending together, honestly, so I just don't know. I just don't know. I can say that I'm very excited to use this team a little bit more. Hopefully, shine the spotlight on Special Gator a bit more, because it's just so much fun to use. It really is. The Dragon Dance set kind of gets a little bit, I don't know, monotonous, I guess. Gets kind of old. Because it's just click Dragon Dance, click Waterfall, win, basically. So this is a little bit more interesting. It's kind of like more of a thinking man set where you kind of have to predict what's going to come in and what you're going to hit it with. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'm just talking out my rear end here. The last Pokemon is Torkoal. That's not taking a Scald. That actually dies from full health from a Scald. So at 75% is definitely not taking that. That's going to be a 4-0. So we had, yeah, that was fun. All of these matches have been so much fun. I want to, I think we're going to call it quits here, actually. We may have a few more matches. I don't know what the order of things is going to be. But, yeah, that was just, I don't know. That was a lot of fun. Really enjoyed Alex's team. You really got me on some predictions there. So kudos to you. And I hope you guys enjoyed this little session of battles thing that I put together. So, yeah, it was... I don't know what I'm saying. We're just going to call it quits here. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you're leaving a like, rating, or a comment, or whatever you would like to do. I feel like I said that 5 times, but I will see you all next time. Game on.